వెల్కమ్ టు జర్మన్ క్లాస్. సో ఈరోజు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో మనం జర్మన్ వర్బ్స్ నేర్చుకున్నాం. అందులో రెగ్యులర్ కనిపిస్తుందా మీకు? రెగ్యులర్ వర్బ్స్. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద రెగ్యులర్ వర్బ్స్? వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ మీన్ అంటే, సో ఇట్ విల్ ద స్టెమ్ రిమైన్స్ సేమ్. Stem remains same. It will no change. But we have to add verb endings. Kada? So verb endings enti for regular verb lo. What is the verb ending for regular verb? We should add for ish it is e, for do it is st, for rzs it is t, for wear it is en, for year it is t, again for year it is en. These are the verb endings for the regular verb. As well as irregular verbs also we use the same endings, but we have for regular verbs we can see the stem will remain same. What is the stem part from the main verb? For example, what is the main verb here? I say machen. M-A-C-H-E-N. Machen. So this one is the infinite form for the main verb. Infinite form we have already learned. What is infinite form? To. The remaining part we call it as stem part ani manam antam. So here the remaining part, after removing this en from the main verb, we will use this stem part. We apply the stem part to the all the verbs. So here let's apply. If you see, I am applying everywhere the stem part. M-A-C-H. For wear also I am using same because it is a irregular verb. I will tell the few things to remember how to know regular or irregular. It's very easy to remember. First, this is one of the regular verb. So here one of the regular verb indulo we have verb ending. As it is, if we add these verb ending to the end, e, s, t, t and en, t and en, en. See, it's very easy. What is machen means? To do. Machen means to do or to make, basically to make. So ich mache, du machst, rzs macht, wir machen, ihr macht, sie machen. So here, if you observe, the stem part is not changing. The stem part is remaining same. After removing this infinite form, the stem remains same. Only we are adding the verb endings. So this is a regular verb. That is what I said. Stem remains same. We have to add verb endings to this word. This is how it looks like. There are some regular verbs. You can try this verb. You can even comment in the verb or by 10. So I hope in the last class we have discussed here the stem is ending with the t. So t, d, m, n, we will be adding e, right? So with the previous video you have that one. So remaining machen and what is it? Next one is kaufen, K-A-U-F-E-N. What is arbeiten means to work. What is kaufen means to buy, B-U-Y, buy. So if you see, we are just discussing regular verbs now. So kaufen means to buy, ante konadam. So after removing, as it is the same rule, after removing this n form, we have to take this stem out. So ఎలా వస్తుంది? ఇష్ kaufe. So we are adding e. Is kaufe. Do kaufst. F-S-T. Do, for do it is a verb ending. For do it is. For R-Z-S it is a kauft. K-A-U-F-T, coughed. And for wear it is cough and again. And for ear it is cough, because verb ending for ear it is T. For a Z, one is for them and one is formal U, it is cough. So this is how it is. It will be like whenever you are using a regular verb, there is nothing to remember. It's not very hard to remember. So we have to remember only one thing. Stem remains same as it is. We have to add these verb endings according to the subject. If the subject is ish, we have to add. If the subject is do, we have to add st. If the subject is t, we have to add en. If the subject is t, if the subject is en, t. Again zz, we also have to use e. Is it clear? So now we will discuss. You can pause the video and you can make a note if you want. I am rubbing now. Okay. So here I am just changing. Now we will be learning irregular verb. The name itself, it says irregular verb. What does it mean, irregular verb? There are certain verbs we have. Even in English also we have the same thing. We in German also we have irregular verb. What it means? The stem won't remain the same. It is having some exception in the stem. What is the exception? E can change to I. I sometimes IE also. Sometimes E changes to I, E changes to IE. And same, A changes to A umlaut. So where it actually affects? Only most of the time it is in a do and a C S part, which means second person singular, third person singular low, maximum it affects. And rare cases it also goes for air, but most of the time it affects. It changes only in a do and a air stages. So we will see how it affects. So I will take the verb lesson. Lesson means in German to read at the word. Okay, so it means lesson means to read. L-E-S-E-N. So if you observe, after remove the stem, what is the stem is ending? What is the? We have to check the vowel in the stem basically. Okay, what is the stem here? L-E-S-C. What is the vowel here? First vowel we have to prioritize. Always, if we have more than one vowel in a stem, we have to prioritize always the first one. This is the basic thing. So here, the first vowel in the stem part. What is the stem part? After removing En. After removing En. En is an infinite form. So we have been doing the LES. So stem is LES. So what is the vowel here? SE. So here in this verb, E changes to IE. Okay. So for example, ish. Let's say as it is, we have to apply the verb ending here. In do, L-I-E-S-T. Okay? Try to understand the concept. It's very easy. There are certain verbs. The same thing, it goes with L-I-E-S-T. This one also, I'll tell you why. Because here the stem is ending with the S, right? Stem is ending with S. So what is the verb? What is the exception that we have learned in the previous class? If stem is ending with S, Z, S, and X, we have to remove the ST. So we have to remove the ST. We don't add one more S. It is not required. It's already stem itself having S. You don't need to add one more S for this one. So do LIE. See here, E is changing to IE, and coming to here, it is a lesson. E lest and a Z lesson and a Z is lesson. So only in a second and third person singular it affects. This is one of the verbs, okay? In a irregular. Same thing that goes with where it changes to I. Okay. So we will see the verb expression. S-P-R-E-C-H-E-N. Expression. So what expression means? To speak. Expression means to So expression means to speak. So here ich spreche. S-P-R-E-C-H-E. We are applying E. Do. S-P-R-I-C-H-S-T. So we are only changing, because stem, if you see the stem for this verb, S-P-R-E-C-H, what is the vowel in the stem? E. So in this case, C is changing to I. So here, do speaks. L-Z-S-S-P-R-I-C-H-T. We all know the verb endings remain same. It is a constant everywhere, okay? But here, look at the stem. In the stem part, for irregular verbs, you should always, whenever you are looking a verb, you should first check the stem part. What is the stem part? After removing this en part from the main verb. En part from the main verb. Remaining stem part. In the stem, if there is any vowel, if you have any vowel, first check, is this verb is having any exception, then you will get to know whether it is regular or irregular. So in this verb, for spricht, it is ISHN. For wir, again normal, sprechen. Here it is sprecht. For Z, it is sprechen. For a capital SIEC, it is again sprechen. Is it clear? So, kindly have a look here. Manaku, do as well. If it is a regular verb, we have an exception where you should look at the stem, verb stem, whether any vowel E or A. So, if there is a E, you have to look at the verb. For lesson, it changes to E to IE. For E, for expression, it changes only, the vowel changes to I. Same thing goes with fahren, F-A-H-R-N, it goes to fat, okay? So this is how regular and irregular verbs that works, okay? If you have any doubts, please ask me in the comment. I will give the number, so you can also contact me. So here, okay, so I hope everyone, all of you understood, right? Okay, now let's go to the next topic. So here, I'm going to teach you A to A umlaut. A to A umlaut, we just discussed. There is a verb called fahren. So this is the stem part. Every main verb that ends with en or n, that will be the infinite form for that verb. So we have to remove that one. The remaining part is a stem part. F-A-H-R. In this verb, ich fahre. What is fahren means to drive or sometimes to travel also. To drive or to travel. What is the first? Do, which is F-A umlaut H-R-S-T. Whenever you are having a umlaut, the two dots we call it as umlaut, A becomes A. So, ich fahre.